Welcome back. We are talking about the importance of foster care, and this just happens to be National Foster Care Month. We've got some amazing guests with us because they are involved heavily in this system and can talk to you and have been talking to us about the benefits. We have Stephen Foster, who's the president of the Parents Association. I want to talk just a little bit about that before we leave today. We have Emily, who's a long-term foster mom and is adopted two of the foster kids that you've had in your home, and Donna Seed, who's the supervisor of the treatment, LCCS Treatment Foster Care. Right, that's a mouthful. Okay,
Yes, it is.
So we want to really, we want to leave people, though, today with a lot of information. I think we've given them a lot of information in this first segment, but how do they become a part of this?
Well, all they need to do is call our number, 419-213-3336, or go to the website, www.lucaskids.net.
Yeah, we have all of that. We'll show you before we leave you today.
And there is information there about how to call us and get in touch with us and let us know if you have any interest, and then we are going to walk you through the steps. So we'll send you a packet of information, we'll get you into the trainings, we will help you all the way through the trainings with any questions that you have, and make sure you have access not only to us, but a group of senior foster parents that also assist us with the training, and the association that is present to answer any questions or meet your needs as you're coming through the process. And then once you foster, you'll not only have those same supports that are still there, but you'll have caseworkers that will be helping you at all levels. Caseworkers for the children in your home, and caseworkers specifically assigned to you to work with you and what you need as a foster parent. And if I could just speak a little bit to the need.
Absolutely, please.
We have talked about our need for infant homes, and that is very high, but we also have a need for homes that are willing to keep children together. Because we have sibling groups that come into care and they ended up separated in different homes because we don't have the homes that can meet all of the need of taking all the children. So we actually have a need for that as well. So brothers and sisters can stay together as they go through such a tumultuous change in their life.
There used to be a long, long time ago a big conversation around the suitability of parents who were not the same race as the child, fostering those children. Is that still an issue?
No, it isn't. There's actually federal legislation that does not allow us to consider race as a part of the placement decision.
So you can any child can be in your home.
Any child can be in your home.
What a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. What does your association do?
Our association, we are kinship, foster, and family members that join together to help with children's services, to advocate for the children. And we are a strong voice for the children in the community.
And so does that mean that you do shows like this and you talk about the importance
We do
of
anything
foster?
and everything we can. Yes.
All right, you said before the show that it's all about the kids.
It is definitely all about the kids. Let me give you an example.
Please.
We have a black child and a white child in our home. And we treat them like we would treat our own children because they are. We love them, we care for them, we travel together, we do a multitude of things together. We might take a train ride to Chicago in the afternoon where they can see skyscrapers, museums, things like that. Some of these kids have never seen a mountain.
That's right.
So we take them south and we show them. Some of them we actually walk on the mountainsides. We actually show them, and they experience that.
So your goal is to open up the world for them.
That's right. Our main goal is to open up the world as an agency for all children in need.
So how much interaction does the family have, the parents, birth parents? How much interaction do they have in this process? Because I think the other perception out there is that you're not only dealing with the children, but then you're also having to deal with the parents. And again, the perception is that if you're dealing with the parents, you're dealing with lots of complication, lots of drama, or otherwise you would not have their child. So how much of that is actually true?
I think every case is going to be individual. as to who you have placed into your home. And your caseworkers are there to help you assess the level of commitment or involvement that a parent will have, and also to help you assess safety issues to make sure that everybody has their needs met. Not just the birth family, but the foster family as well. But it really is an individual call based on the type of case that the agency is dealing with and the type of child that we are placing in your home and the level of needs that they have. So it is an individualized situation.
I think the concern would be more one of whether the parents are ever at risk because of an interaction with the foster parent.
You mean the foster parents are at risk from the birth parents,
Yes,
possibly?
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
did I
that's
say
okay.
that the other way? Okay.
Well, all our visits are usually at the agency. I think before I gave the example of reunifying a little guy, that was after a year and a half of visits at the agency, and being able to have that time to get to know the mom. I think that's the biggest surprise is becoming a foster parent. Is I knew going in I would have a heart for the kids, but you end up becoming attached to the parents too, and most of the time. Not most of the time, all the time, they have loved their children. And you just see this bond.
I'm so glad you said that, Emily. I'm so glad you said it, because people really do think that some people think that if a child ends up in foster care, it's because the parents don't love their kids. How wrong is that?
How can they give up their kids? Why would they choose to give up their kids? And my situation is that the kids had always been taken care of, but the parents were taking care of themselves. And they had so much love for their kids, and you would see that at visits, they would just light up. They just weren't taking care of themselves. They had some mental health issues, they had drug issues, housing issues, but the parents was the biggest surprise how much you end up liking them, and it's also good because they're from such different backgrounds, than they're not my people I would hang out at a play group, but it's nice being a foster parent that I have gotten to know lots of different people, different cultures.
Do you have an opportunity to prepare for the child coming, or does someone just call and say, we have a child, can you take them?
We get a history of the child from the time the agency has taken that child in until the updated time, and it tells you everything about that the agency knows about that child, which is very helpful.
So you have some time ahead of time before the child comes to your door.
Yeah.
But not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do. Of course, we operate often with crisis level care as well. And our foster parents do a wonderful job of stepping up with minimal information that we have. And they do a phenomenal job coming in and taking care of that child and having very little information. But there are circumstances and situations where we can allow for some of those visits to occur. We call those pre-placement visits. And sometimes that does occur when we're doing a planful move of a child. But often if we're taking a child as an emergency that day, these folks are stepping up with little preparation.
And do you have to be prepared for a long-term stay? You talked about a child, Emily, that was with you for 2 years. Were you prepared when that child showed up?
I think you have to be prepared, and you hope that they can either move to grandma's house in a couple of weeks so that they can get a background check done, or you hope that there's a great aunt in a different county they can move into, because that's the goal, is for kids to stay with family. But you have to prepare that they might, and like in our situation, they become ours.
We've got just a couple minutes left.
I just want to make a quick plea that in our county, we have 395 children in foster care right now or in some type of placement, and we have 100 fewer homes to do that with than we did this time last year.
Wow.
So we have some amazing people who foster for us every day, and we thank them. And we have some amazing people in this community that we know still have not stepped up to the call, but we're hoping that we see them as well.
Yeah, rewarding in many, many ways, it sounds like. Many ways. You know what we did not talk about quickly? There are, if you could mention this quickly, you guys do a series of fundraisers, don't you, to kind of help. There are ways that people can support this program other than taking kids in.
Yes, we have a walkathon. May is National Child Care Month, and we have a walkathon every May.
Yeah, that actually will have happened like yesterday when
yes,
this has
it
happened. There are other things that you do though.
We do
aren't there?
Christmas. We do a Christmas party for the kids, and we get them gifts for Christmas, and we also do baked goods. We do all kinds
All
of
kinds
events.
of things. And so
yes.
if people really want to contribute, they can call you, right? We're going to give them a number and they will know how to contact you. So if they don't have the time or the capacity right now to foster, they can still be a part of this project.
Absolutely.
Great. So, thank you. We're going to have to let that be the last word. I'm so sorry. We have to go away for just a minute. We'll be right back.